Deathstroke has returned, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I think any CW show, or like any show in general, would be better with Deathstroke. We are going to talk about the recent episodes of The Flash, Arrow, and Supergirl right now on Super Chat. Well, hey everyone. Hello, welcome to Super Chat. I'm your host, Just Jess, and we have Andy Smith and Jason Spooner joining us today to talk about all the shows they've been on before. It's always a good time. You missed like a whole episode of us just talking about random TV shows before this actually started.
30 minutes of pure expository.
Yeah, just talking about Walking Dead that we're not caught up on, so don't spoil it for us. And no, have you guys seen? You haven't seen Justice League? We were just talking about the reviews.
No, not
You're
yet.
Going
tomorrow night. We're going tomorrow night.
I hope people like it. You said 50-50 people are saying?
50-50, and there are 2 after credit scenes.
Ooh, 2.
And I could spoil something. Put it this way.
Don't spoil
you
it.
mentioned a character that might be in one of the scenes.
Well, yes, or get Deathstroke probably. I don't know this. I haven't seen it, so I'm just guessing. It's not a spoiler. It's a guesstimate.
Parachute Man.
But I do know. So.
But Joe Manganiello is playing Deathstroke, and they're going to have a whole movie, which I think is why we're only getting about like 2 episodes of Slade Wilson on Arrow, which is devastating. I love Slade Wilson. He's my favorite. I don't know why he's my favorite. He just has the coolest fight scenes and
There's
costume.
really supposed to be pulling him out, right? Like totally getting rid of him, I thought I heard.
Oh, I don't know.
But they're leaning on him pretty hard so far this year. And last year with the season finale.
Yeah,
that's true.
And they can't, but I think they can't do both. Like I don't think that both can be on. Well, good thing that like Flash can still be on.
That's
at the same time as the Flash. And I feel bad for Ezra Miller because he's going to have an uphill battle.
Big shoes to fill.
Yes, yes. So Andy Smith and Jason Spooner both work with Ominous Press, and they're going to tell you got to watch to the end. They're going to tell you all about what's been going on. And Andy Smith does a lot of art for both DC, Marvel, and a lot of other different comic companies. So you're going to learn about it later, but we got to get into The Flash. So the big question of the week that I shared for everybody is, it's a very just Flash-centric question. Ralph Dibny, love him or leave him? What do you guys think?
I love him.
You love him?
I love Ralph.
You love the Elongated Man.
Okay, so little backstory.
Yes.
My partner in Ominous Press, a guy named Bart Sears, drew a book back in the day called Justice League Europe.
Okay.
And Elongated Man was in it.
Okay.
And what I'm waiting for on the TV show is in the book, as a sight gag, he would always kind of grow his nose real quick. Oh. So it'd always be kind of like, boop, doop, 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 doop.
Interesting.
And I just think that would be, like when he first showed up, I'm like, oh, that would be awesome if like he was just sitting there in the background, just doop, 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 with his nose.
Oh, that would be cool. Now he wiggled it in the last episode, like 2 episodes ago. He went, boop, boop, boop. So maybe.
Yeah, that was a nice little tip of the hat.
I like him. I think the actor's great.
Yeah.
There was a scene, last night where it was a close-up and he was kind of smiling. He was sitting in his office or whatever. He was smiling and just, I don't know, just the way it worked. It was his real smile, but it even looked like
elongated.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's got. I guess he's just the right shape for it.
Je ne sais quoi.
Yeah.
Here's what I think. I think that show last year took itself way too seriously.
Yeah.
And now, this year, he's adding a little bit of extra, like,
levity.
Spice to it. Levity.
Yeah.
He doesn't take himself seriously. I don't think he takes the role seriously. The way he portrays it, a little bit over the top. And I think that's what we're seeing come through.
He's very goofy, the only thing, so I'm not a fan. I think I'm going to grow to like him. He's growing on me. I don't like how lewd he is, and we're going to take a deep turn here. A question, do you think maybe the writers, after we've just heard the allegations about one of the showrunners, do you think they're maybe writing it to be like a showrunner?
I don't know. I mean, the thing is, with all that stuff
32,
coming,
24,
yeah,
89,
the measurements were, that was like,
that was a little odd.
Not the best timing,
but. Right. Well, and it'll be one of those things, and I guess you could say probably 2 months. The episodes they're filming now, we'll probably see in a couple months.
Yes.
So if his character changes some, then you'll go, oh, somebody had a talking to.
He wears feminist t-shirts.
The writers had a talking to, right.
He's totally changed, yeah. So I thought it was weird timing, especially with everything that's come out recently. So I don't know. But on Facebook, a lot of you are saying he's growing on me. And shout out always to Lance and the rest of the Flash discussion group. Thanks for letting me share on there. And thanks for your comments. You guys say he's growing on you. Cool. Twitter says leave him. So you guys are opposed.
Ooh,
Twitter and Facebook, there's a war going on.
Well, I'm really waiting to see what the final evolution of his costume is too, because it's not just going to be that plain thing.
Whoa! I want it to be a bandana with like hand-crutched eye.
You want it to be the
slits.
same thing still, except for in bandana print.
Yeah. That's what I want. I want this the entire time that he's on the air.
It is funny. It was such a hammy, like I like that it's lighter now. It was such a hammy episode that I was like maybe it's just they did too much of a turn from the dark into the light kind of episodes, but I just thought that this one was so cheesy.
He's wrapped around a T-Rex's mouth, saying things like, by the love of Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah,
I know.
He's saying Jurassic Park lines, which I did love. Yeah. And did you catch the Harry Potter line? There was a Harry Potter line. Yeah, you're a wizard, Harry.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I enjoyed that. So what did you think about the Council of Wells?
The only one I didn't like was the future, Mad Max one.
Did sound, he sounded like Slade Wilson a little bit.
His voice was good, but I thought, honestly, I didn't buy. It was just so cheesy looking. That half-face thing. I was like,
but that was the point of the episode. The whole episode was ham, right?
No, it was the ham
sandwich.
It makes me hungry, though.
I don't know about that. The middle one where he was doing his Matthew McConaughey, Hugh Hefner was the best. He was awesome.
I liked Tom Cavanaugh in it. He did a good. I like when they get him to play different characters. What's the count on how many characters he's played on this series so far? 7. So many. But
6 or 7,
I was a little disappointed because I was hoping that maybe we would get some actual versions of Harrison Wells that would be useful to the team. I mean, not like these guys were not, but they were such caricatures.
If I had a crystal ball, I would say the German Harrison Wells is coming back.
You think so?
Probably in 10 episodes.
Maybe at one
10,
point.
10, 11 episodes.
Maybe.
We'll call him specifically back.
Or the Gandalf one.
Or the Gandalf.
Yeah.
I think it would have been nice if they showed him more interacting instead of just standing like we are. Because every time I was like, is this a production money thing? It's like, no, that costs more if we actually have to do the shoots of Harrison in these different spots. If we just line them up, it's cheaper. So we'll just do that.
I do think of it production-wise. I was watching, I was like, how did they do the zoom out? But it's 3 different cuts. Like, I watch it because I do shoot things for the station, and I watch it in a way that I'm like, how did they do it? And I mean, they have special effects. So, yeah.
Well, the thing I like about Ralph is, the Elongated Man is the effects look good.
Yeah.
I think they look really good. And it just...
They look very comic book.
It cracks me up because it makes me think of a show on a different network that just had a season finale last Friday, Inhumans.
Okay.
And if you're not watching it, in the very first episode of Inhumans, they cut Medusa's hair. And the only reason I could think they did it is production cost because her hair can do anything.
They're like, we're not animating this anymore. It's too much overtime. I have to go with Thanksgiving.
So they literally,
there's a lot of strands.
In the first episode, buzzed her head. And I'm like, you guys literally took one of the coolest characters and made her useless.
Yep.
And this is Super Chat, not Inhumans Chat, but I'm just like,
I get it, and it's amazing. But to take it back to another thing, Thor, if you watch the credits for Thor, the amount of people that are involved in making the digital effects for it, like, if there's that many people involved in a movie, there's at least a chunk involved in a show. So
sure.
They probably have to save their budget for some of the bigger episodes, like the finales, the crossovers, the mid-season premieres. So,
well, and just to bring it back to Flash, that's why they recycle all that Flash when he's like running through the Speed Force. It's the same shot, just mirrored over here, over here.
They copy paste it.
Yeah,
I do that sometimes.
Like we have one Flash running sequence, and you got to use it for 4 seasons.
Yeah, and that animator's on vacation, so just keep using it. Did you like that Cisco was teaching Harry to kind of more? I don't know, because Harry's so grumbly and a curmudgeon. Do you like that he was teaching him to love himself a little bit more?
Be more personable, maybe?
Yeah.
I think it's a dad complex.
Yeah?
Yeah, he's a father figure to him. So he's like, let's just make him a little bit more lovable, a little bit more likable. Like, we all want to kind of help our parents sometimes.
Yeah, I think that their relationship is one of my favorite ones on the show. I think they're pretty fun. I wish that Tom Cavanaugh's character didn't have to use that voice all the time. I'm Harrison Wells. It's going to be exhausting.
Harrison Wells version.
Yeah. And I want to know what you guys think so far about the villain, the thinker, and mechanic this year. We did see at the very end of the episode that Barry and Joe went to their home, and they appeared to be normal. My question is, are they in costume, like dressing up as normals, or the scenes we're seeing in the blue, is that some kind of Matrix conscious state where it's not really reality, more of like a cognitive space? What do you think?
I think future.
You think it's the future?
Yeah, that's what I.
They like live in the future and come back.
Yeah, they're like, because they know everything that's happened, right?
True.
So they're like everything is coming back to them, and they're saying, hey, this has happened, this has happened. They figured it out quicker than they thought it would. Maybe it's like an alternate future, and they're like playing with the timeline, and these guys are figuring it out quicker than the other.
So you're saying the people that answered the door, the guy in the wheelchair, he has no clue about who that other dude is.
I may be wrong.
Because I didn't see it like that.
I didn't see it like that.
I almost saw, I think, to me, the real versions are the blue, you know, where he's bald and all teched up. To me, that's the real version. And, the people at the door, that was just totally fake. Not obviously not a hologram.
Maybe?
I mean, something visually they're
like
doing.
A projection?
Yeah, something they're doing to give off that appearance.
Yeah.
You know, because I thought that was great. You know, I mean, she answered the door. I was like, well, duh.
Yeah.
But then when he came rolling up, I was like,
I would
whoa.
like them to answer as they open the door and it's a blue light shines out, and they're in this slicked back hair. Welcome.
You
to
caught
our home.
us.
Yeah. Oh, we're just practicing for cosplay.
Season over.
Yeah, the end. Well, there's a lot more though with the Thinker. We're gonna learn a lot more about the Thinker next week, and we're gonna take a look at this trailer. And in it, it almost seems as if maybe the Thinker is controlling Barry's mind. He's in his mind somehow, because Barry starts to get in little spats with everybody on the team. Check it out, and we'll be right back to talk Arrow.
This guy, he feels more dangerous than all the others combined. You don't believe me? Guys, I'm telling you, he's not what he seems.
He's been watching us for weeks.
They just filed a complaint, said you harassed him.
This guy wants us to think he's unassuming, but he's not.
Listen to yourself, Barry.
I don't understand why you don't see what's going on.
Calm down. Don't want you to do anything else you'll regret.
You broke into our home! Please, we are getting married in a week, Barry.
I'll be thinking of you.
The Flash, all new this Tuesday at 8/7 Central on the CW.